Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to the world's largest virtual 19th hole. Coming to you tonight from the Legends Golf Resort. What a great week of golf we've had so far, and I know many of you are waiting on final results for flight winners that'll make it to the championship round played at the Barefoot Die course tomorrow. And I can't wait to find out who our flight winners are and who ultimately will be crowned the world champion. We got a great show lined up for you today. You're going to hear from my friend and Myrtle Beach native Kelly Tilghman, get some great tips to apply to the championship round from Terrell. Yeah, that Alan Terrell, the one that's currently coaching the world's #1 golfer, Dustin Johnson. You don't want to miss that, so stick around, folks. Sarah Patterson, John Hess, Mark Malls. What do these three golfers have in common? They made a hole-in-one this week. And I know you're mad because you didn't make a stinking hole-in-one. Well, keep practicing, and maybe someday you'll get yours. And keep watching, because I told you to.
Thank you for being one of more than 2,000 players in town for this year's event. You're finding out firsthand why Myrtle Beach truly is the golf capital of the world by playing so many of its great courses. Hit them straight, have a great time, and as always, stay safe.
So Dean, thank you for being one of 7 players that have played in all the world AMs now. This is our 37th year. That's a lot of golf. I'm guessing a lot of laughs, maybe a few cuss words. but over the years, can you share, thinking back, maybe some of your best memories?
Well, my best memories are like the other guys have said, just coming back year after year and renewing some old friendships that you make. Golf-wise, I think my 3rd year up is my best memory of finished 3rd place in the 0 to 5 flight. And now I'm like an 18. So.
So thinking about that in terms of all the courses you've seen, what was your favorite course that you've played here in Myrtle Beach?
Oh gosh, well this has got to rank right up there. I played that the first year.
Here at Dunes Club?
Yeah, 37 years ago.
Wow.
But I like Caledonia. I like all the Poly Island courses down that end mostly. So, but there's a lot of great courses here.
Well, Dean, thanks for your 37 years of participation here in the World Am, and maybe this is the year that you better that 3rd place finish you had 34 years ago.
37 tries is a charm, I guess.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate your time.
Thank
Have
you.
a great week.
And thanks for all you do.
My name is James Anderson, 35 years old, and I'm in the 5th flight. I played 10 years. My first 7 years were in Carolina. I played for the Panthers. Then I went to the Bears, played there for a year. I went in 2014, I went to the Patriots, then I went to the Titans, the Falcons, and the Cowboys, all in the same year. And then I finished up my last year with the Saints. As a ball player, you never want to walk away from the game. I had to find a way to still be competitive. Golf helps level me out because, you know, being a competitive football player and playing in the National Football League for so long, you get a way to compete, you get a way to be elite, right? Golf gives you that ability. It's a lot harder to get there. It's a lot harder to get in that 1% in golf. Even the guys on tour are steady trying to get better. Every time you go play, you can learn something that gives you a goal to shoot for, something to go work towards, something to grind in. Give me a reason to go to the gym and work out. Give me a reason to get up at 6 in the morning to go hit balls, right? So, because I have a goal of trying to get better. So I think that helps me transition from doing that my whole life. And coming here, you get a chance to test your skills, test your knowledge of the game, test your course management. What have I been working on? Has the things I've been working on, are they working? Can I do them under pressure? For me, that experience is invaluable, and I feel like coming here with this amount of golfers, traveling away from home, playing multiple courses that you haven't seen is kind of a test of everything. Then when I come home from the golf course, whether I play well or not, my daughter's at the door looking at me. So nothing's better than that.
So some things we see on the lesson tee here at the golf school in relation to how someone sets up, and specifically how they set their arm structure at address. How you set your arm structure at address is solely going to dictate what the golf club does in the first few feet. Okay, so we see a lot of right arm rolled and the elbow out at address with a fairly weak right hand. Okay, so what we'd like to see, preferably a neutral setup, is this left elbow is a little more toward the target, okay, and our right elbow is a little bit more down to the ground or pointed at your right hip. To be able to do that, okay, you're going to have to softly bend your right arm at address. You won't be able to straighten it and get that elbow pointed down. What that does is it kind of presets the structure of your right arm, gets your right hand more to the side of the grip, okay? So then this is already preset, so when we start taking it away, there's not going to have to be a lot of extra levers moving. We can use more of our pivot with an already preset structure. We'll have a pretty low maintenance backswing from there. So work on that setup. Make sure that left arm's on top of our chest, never on the sides. Yes, with long game, obviously pitching you can do that, but long for full swing, get that left arm more on top. Get that elbow pointed slightly out, right elbow a little bent, pointed a little more down to the ground in relationship to your left, and that'll really simplify how the arms work in the backswing.
So we're here in the world's largest virtual 19th hole, and when I say that people come from near and far to play in the World Am, you can believe me, because this gentleman right here, Ryan Hewitt, he's here from Alaska. We hadn't had anybody from Alaska here in a few years, and Ryan, that's got to be one hell of a drive from Alaska. Was it like 40, 50 hours, something like that, to get down here?
Yeah, I think I did it just under 48 hours. Yeah, something like that.
Now, I don't know anybody from Alaska, and you're going to probably name the town that you're from, and I'll have never heard of it unless there's maybe one or two that I've heard of. But where in Alaska are you from?
So I'm from a small town outside of Anchorage called Wasilla. So
I haven't heard of that. Isn't that where Sarah Palin is from?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
there's only like three
Yes.
places I know in Alaska, and I got one of them, yeah.
Yes.
So can you see Russia from your backyard like she can?
Wow, no, I don't quite have the money to have a bluff lot like that, but yeah, no.
How many golf courses in that area?
So we have two main ones that we have right in our core area. And there's two more in Anchorage, which is about 50 miles away. So there's 4 or 5 that are accessible.
How long is the season there?
This year is a little shorter. I mean, we start usually in the middle of May, and then right around middle September, early October is very, very late for us.
That's in May. Are you dealing with permafrost in May? I watch a lot of National Geographic.
No, not too much. It's actually, we've been pretty blessed the last few years. It's been pretty temperate as far as the weather goes, so we've been able to start a little earlier. But you have frost delays and things like that other places deal with, just not on a truncated time frame like we have.
Well, you get a lot of time to play during the summer. What's the most number of holes you've played in a day?
Physically, I think I could only handle 36, honestly.
Yeah,
so,
but how many could you play?
You could, in theory, tee off at 7 a.m. and hit your last hole at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
We have a tournament every year, a solstice tournament, and we tee off at 8 p.m. and we're done at 2 a.m.
Wow.
and it's a blast.
I'll bet that's a
Yeah.
blast. So how did you hear about the World Am? What brought you here?
So honestly, my wife shared a Facebook post that the World Am had done a sweepstakes giveaway for trying to get an Alaskan to come back down, because it's been a few years since the tournaments had an Alaskan down here. So I entered and didn't win, but you know, it was just, it kind of planted the seed of an opportunity. It's been about 15 years since I've been to Myrtle Beach, and I enjoyed my time here, and the golf courses are amazing. So it was a good opportunity to, you know, I'm turning 40 this year, so I was like, oh, honey, I'm going to be 40, so it's a 40th birthday present.
Yeah, I've played that card before.
So yeah, just a good opportunity to come down here and play a little bit of golf and see the area again. And
Well, we're
excited.
happy to have you. You know, we don't have any polar bears, or we have a few black bears sometimes, but watch out for the alligators. We're serious about those around here.
Yeah, and you got sharks out there too, right?
Yeah, don't worry about those too much. Yeah, so, Ryan, you appreciate you joining us all the way in from Alaska. Hope you're having a great week here at the World Am.
Yes,
thank you,
you very much.
Now by the boss, the big man, CEO of Myrtle Beach Golf Tourism Solutions, Mr. Bill Golden. And Bill, going back many years, you got a wonderful attachment to this event. You ran the event for quite a few years. How long has your association been here with this event and Golf Tourism Solutions?
Gosh, it started, I think, first event I came to was in 1991 or 1990.
Last century we're talking about.
As an intern with Golf Digest. Golf Digest used to run this event back in the day. So yeah, I've been to quite a few of these events. Golf Digest ran it, and I ran it there, and then moved down here in the late 90s and ran it for a few more years. And a long, long history with this event, the Wacky World Am, we affectionately call it. And you know, it's been a fun part of what we do and what I've been able to do for the past 30 some odd years. It's been great.
The Wacky World Am, it sounds like there might be a story or two there. Let me point you in the direction of handicaps. There's been some DQs. The vast majority of golfers, over 50,000 unique golfers in the history of the event. The vast majority of the handicap is straight up, but some of them try and take advantage of the handicapping system. You got any stories about that you might share with us?
Quite a few. A couple that come to mind. There was this one individual who was a problem every year, and he was quite aggressive. And one year we got him. We finally got the evidence we needed, and in my passion and emotion, at a moment of unprofessionalism, I wrote DFQ on his ruling sheet. Disqualification.
I caught that. I think they caught it too. Yeah.
So he quickly said he was going to retain representation, get an attorney, and sue us. So after the evening was over, we were sitting around, we're thinking, that's going to be hard to explain. And I said, no. What they don't realize is we have a different way of looking at this. DFQ stands for did fail qualifications. see that.
And you got right off the hook with that pretty
Got
quick.
off the hook. Now, ironically, a couple days later, we were having the Flight Winners playoff at the Dunes Club. And I was down in a cart, turned my radio down. I was parked under the couple of palm trees there on, 11? What could go wrong during the Flight Winners playoff, right? So there's an urgent message to find me, to get me, and everybody's looking for me. And I'm thinking, what, do we run out of hot dogs? It can't be that complicated. Well, it turns out there was a bomb threat called into the Dunes Club. As I drove up there, there was fire department, police cars. And I'm guessing those two stories have something to do with each other.
Somehow related, one way or the other. Well, a lot of fun moments over the years. On a serious topic, it looked for a while in this COVID-19 world like we weren't going to have the World Am this year. Your staff have worked really hard to be able to put on an event. We've got over 2,000 golfers. Tell me how proud you are of the staff for making this event happen in a way that's the safest possible way for the participants and the staff as well.
Yeah, I tell you, back early, mid-July, I didn't think there was a chance we would be here today. No chance. And the staff pulled it off. And, you know, in this environment, it takes communication, person-to-person communication, reassurance on the phone, you know, through all the communication we do. And to me, that overcame the issues we have. And we know there's, you know, we live in difficult times right now. The safety precautions that have been taken, both at the golf courses, the staff, changing, you know, how the World Am works this year. I couldn't be prouder of the staff. I was at registration yesterday, and people are excited. They wouldn't miss it. A gentleman drove in from Colorado, you know, and it's amazing. So, you know, just for the passion of golf, for the passion of Myrtle Beach, and the trust that they have in our team. And so I couldn't say enough about how they've handled it this year. So,
Bill, big picture, considering that we've had the 2,000 players sign up for the World Am this year in these troubled times, what does that say about where we are with the game of golf?
Yeah, it's interesting. The game, you know, is almost flourished at the local level. For a while, it was one of the few things you could do safely. Be with your friends, be with your loved ones, spend time outside. Golf industry stepped up and made it as safe as an environment as they could. And to me, it says a lot about the game because we've tried to make it shorter. We've tried to make it easier and faster. It's okay to spend 4 or 5 hours out with your friends outside, doing something you love, enjoying the beautiful golf courses and nature and the weather. And if it's okay to do it now, it should be okay to do it when we get past this. And golf needs to embrace that aspect of it. Not hide from it, but embrace it. Because I think golf in our society, we can all benefit from spending a little bit more time without our phones, or at least without talking on them. Maybe listen to some music, spend some time with your friends, your loved ones, do something that you really love, participate in a hobby that you can continue to improve on. And that's what golf has been for centuries. We don't need to change it, we need to embrace it.
Amen. And once again, congratulations, all the hard work your staff have put in to putting on this 37th World Am. Appreciate it, Bill.
Long before your arrival, we're making preparations for your visit. It's something we do every day, and nobody does it better than Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
So Fred, you're part of a small club. There's 7 of you that have played in all of the World Ams. This is the 37th year. We're happy to have you back.
Well, we're glad to be here, Charlie. We really are.
Over those 37 years, Fred, can you pick out one great memory you'd share with us?
I've been chasing balls in the water in the woods.
How many balls you think you've lost in all these years?
I couldn't count. I bet you a calculator couldn't figure it out.
What's your favorite golf course you've played over the years? Playing all these years for a year, that's a lot of different golf courses.
Horseshoe Bay, I've always liked. I mean, I guess it's because of the grandeur of the horseshoe shells, but it's a beautiful course.
Pretty
I played it about 3 times, and I always made sure that the alligators were on hole 3 when I was on hole 1.
They got some alligators around here, but they're all very friendly folks. A lot of great golf for you. This is your 37th year. We appreciate you supporting the World Am, and we hope to see you come here many, many years into the future.
Well, I'll come in on a stretcher if I have to.
All right. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you,
Have a
Jack.
great week. Appreciate it.
All about the golf. We do compete pretty hard in the golf, but it's fun to get to play with your dad.
All about the family, spending time together, not only on the course, but outside.
In events like this, it's maybe a little bit more about the relationship building in the competition. Is that the case for you?
Oh, for sure. Love spending time with my dad.
So tell me, Thanks for joining us for the world's largest virtual 19th hole. What an incredible week of great golf and such beautiful weather. Thank you so much for joining us for the 37th PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com World Amateur Handicap Championship. Thank you to all the participants and our loyal sponsors, PGA Tour Superstore, Peak Vision, Michelob, and Graham's Golf Carts. We know this year was a bit different, and we are very grateful you joined us in the golf capital of the world for great competitive golf. We can't wait to see you right back here next year, and those dates are August 30th through September 3rd. Charlie Rymer, out.